What made this whole Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Cleetus McFarland controversy explode wasn't just angry NASCAR fans going after Cleetus online. It was the fact that one simple response from Dale Jr. completely changed the conversation. Because what started as fans complaining about Cleetus getting attention from NASCAR legends quickly turned into a massive debate about what NASCAR is becoming. And honestly, Dale Jr.'s reaction caught a lot of people off guard. So what exactly did the fans say? Why were people so mad about Cleetus McFarland in the first place? And how did Dale Earnhardt Jr. shut the whole argument down with basically one sentence? We're breaking all of it down today. And trust me, the reaction from fans afterward made this even crazier. So make sure you watch this video all the way to the end. And real quick, if you enjoy NASCAR stories, controversies, and behind-the-scenes drama like this, hit that subscribe button, because we're getting closer and closer to 1,000 subscribers, and every single sub seriously helps the channel grow. Now let's get into this. So over the last few months, Cleetus McFarland has become one of the biggest talking points in NASCAR. And the wild part is, he's not even a full-time NASCAR driver. But somehow, every time Cleetus shows up around the sport, people react. Some fans love the energy he brings. Others absolutely hate it. And this latest situation proved that divide again. Now, if you somehow don't know who Cleetus McFarland is, he's one of the biggest automotive YouTubers in the world. Massive audience, millions of followers, huge fan base built around racing content, burnout cars, drag racing, Freedom Factory-style entertainment, all of it. And lately, NASCAR has been leaning more and more into creators like him because they bring younger audiences into the sport. That's the important part here. Because whether traditional fans like it or not, NASCAR clearly sees value in Cleetus McFarland. And honestly, the numbers back that up. Every time he's involved in something NASCAR-related, engagement explodes online. Views go up. Clips go viral. People who normally never watch NASCAR suddenly start paying attention. But apparently, not everybody is happy about that. Recently, a NASCAR fan went online and started criticizing the attention Cleetus has been getting. The fan basically argued that NASCAR was giving too much spotlight to internet personalities instead of focusing on actual racers and longtime veterans of the sport. And then the conversation shifted toward popularity. That's where things got interesting, because the fan brought up the idea that Cleetus McFarland shouldn't be treated like some major NASCAR figure, especially compared to real NASCAR stars who spent years building the sport. And eventually, Dale Earnhardt Jr. saw the comments. Now, if there's one thing NASCAR fans know about Dale Jr., it's that he usually doesn't jump into pointless internet arguments. But this time, he responded. And the response instantly started spreading everywhere. Because instead of attacking the fan, Dale Jr. made a very simple point. He basically explained that Cleetus McFarland has an enormous audience and brings attention to NASCAR, and that matters. That was the core of it. Dale Jr. wasn't saying Cleetus is a NASCAR legend. He wasn't saying he's better than veteran drivers. He was saying something much simpler. If someone introduces new fans to NASCAR, that's good for the sport. And honestly, that's the part a lot of people agreed with. Because whether fans personally like Cleetus or not, you can't deny the reach he has online. And Dale Jr. clearly understands modern media better than most people in racing. That's something a lot of fans pointed out after his response went viral. People forget that Dale Jr. himself helped NASCAR grow massively outside traditional TV audiences through podcasts, digital media, YouTube clips, social media, and online content. So when he looks at someone like Cleetus McFarland, he probably sees opportunity more than threat. But the internet being the internet, the reactions immediately exploded. Some NASCAR fans completely supported Dale Jr. They were saying things like, "Why would NASCAR not want millions of new viewers?" Others argued that younger audiences consume racing differently now. They watch YouTube. They watch creators. They follow personalities online more than TV broadcasts. And from that perspective, Cleetus McFarland fits perfectly into modern motorsports culture. But on the other side, some longtime fans were still furious. They felt like NASCAR was changing too much. They argued that the sport should protect its traditional identity instead of chasing internet trends and influencer culture. And honestly, this is where the conversation got deeper than just Cleetus himself, because this debate is really about the future of NASCAR. That's why this blew up so hard. You've got one side saying the sport desperately needs new energy, younger fans, and viral attention. Then you've got another side saying NASCAR risks losing what made it special in the first place. And somehow, Cleetus McFarland became the center of that argument. Now here's what made Dale Jr.'s response hit even harder. He didn't overcomplicate it. No massive rant, no angry argument, no disrespect toward older fans. Just a calm reminder that bringing people into the sport matters. And ironically, the more people argued about Cleetus online afterward, the more attention Cleetus got. That's the funniest part in all of this. The controversy itself basically proved Dale Jr.'s point. Everybody was talking about NASCAR again, and you could actually see the reactions split all across social media. Some fans started defending Cleetus harder than ever. Others doubled down, saying NASCAR shouldn't revolve around internet personalities. Meanwhile, some people who weren't even NASCAR fans originally started joining the conversation just because they recognized Cleetus McFarland from YouTube. Think about that for a second. That's exactly why NASCAR is interested in creators like him. And honestly, it's hard to argue against the exposure he brings, especially at a time when every sport is fighting for younger audiences online. Now, another reason this situation exploded is because Dale Earnhardt Jr. still carries huge influence with NASCAR fans. When Dale Jr. speaks, people listen. He's one of the most respected voices in the sport. So the moment he defended Cleetus, even indirectly, it immediately validated Cleetus in the eyes of a lot of fans. And that clearly frustrated the people who were already angry about him getting attention. But at the same time, others loved seeing Dale Jr. embrace the modern side of NASCAR instead of fighting against it. Because the reality is, sports are changing everywhere, not just NASCAR. You see creators involved in the NFL, NBA players streaming online, Formula One exploding through social media content, YouTube personalities entering combat sports. The line between entertainment creators and traditional sports keeps getting smaller. And NASCAR is obviously adapting to that world too. Now, whether fans love that or hate it is a completely different debate. But one thing is undeniable. This entire controversy made Cleetus McFarland even more visible than before. And Dale Jr.'s response became one of the biggest talking points from the whole situation. Which honestly is kind of incredible considering how short the response actually was. One simple comment, one fan argument, and suddenly the NASCAR community is in full debate mode again. That's how fast things move online now. But now I want to hear from you guys. Do you agree with Dale Earnhardt Jr.? Do creators like Cleetus McFarland help NASCAR grow? Or do you think the sport is focusing too much on internet personalities? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.